So it is December 20, and the year 2022. I'm just right here, just sitting in my room and just do whatever I need to do. And I'm just over here, just sitting down and just on social media, just scrolling or whatever. And I have to say, as 2022 comes to an end, I feel like I have so much I want to do. But at the same time, I am reflecting on what has happened and what I've done and everything like that. And I'm looking at how far I've come. And I realized that I've changed so much. I remember January, beginning of this year, or last year, I was so lost. My mindset was not doing great. I was not really thinking about what I really wanted to do, and that I wasn't thinking about healing, even though I was kind of in the beginning of healing. But what I'm doing right now is I'm look at it now and whoa, I've changed so much to what I was, where I was before. And it's so crazy to look and reflect back of how who I was before. And it's crazy. And I feel like I have a routine now. I'm starting to really get into a routine of things. And I know I have a routine. And the friends also that I built, it's just crazy. I'm what? That's me and whatnot. And I just love it, the friends that I've it's just really crazy to me. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's really crazy. And my mindset of things, how now I don't really scroll through, I don't spend as much time on Instagram because I'm on YouTube. Surprise. I'm on YouTube and I'm learning so much. I'm opening my eyes to things. I'm recognizing things that I didn't realize before. I find myself putting myself out there more, so when I put myself out there more, I realize I'm receiving what I'm putting out, which is so crazy because that's life. If you put good out there, you're gonna receive good things back to you. And that's really crazy to me. That's insane. Now my goals is that I feel like I've lost I've just lost keeping track of my goals, because I feel like my goals were just someone else's goals for me, oh, goals was to finish college and get a nursing degree and all of that, and my goals were to lose weight, and my goals were to go to school, finish school, my goals were to go to church and things like that. And my goals are to stop being lazy and stop sleeping so much. My goals is to do this and this. My goals is to I think that was someone else's, that wasn't mine. And now I'm looking at my goals and I'm my goals is just to be happy. My goals is just to know myself every day. My goals is to build a deeper relationship with myself. My goals is to strengthen the relationship I have now. My goals is to every day learn something new, even if it's unconscious or conscious, you know, subconsciously or like, you know, consciously or whatever. Like, you know, um, my goal was like save money and things like that, but it's like all those things before the goals that I mentioned before are actually goals built out of scarcity. It's goals that's built after, you know, survival mode and things like that. It's not actually goals built out of desire and what I really want and that it's gonna make me happy and it's out of love and things like that. So I feel like for me now, my goal, like really what I really want my goal to be is just for me to be happy and just live every day for myself and just to discover what makes me happy and things like that. I think that's what my goal is. I have so much, but I realized my goal will come from somewhere that, you know, it's like I'm doing something and I'm figuring out what I want to do along the way and I'm building upon it. You know, I feel like my goal right now is just be consistent with whatever path in my life, like whatever area in my life, be consistent with that and like affirm, you know, do affirmations and things like that, and to really refine and define my self identity and who I want to be and things like that. I think that's what my goal is, to every day like find out something new about myself, date myself and things like that. Take a time out of the day to dedicate to myself, whether it's reading a book um every day or whatever, or praying or meditating or do whatever, like do something that makes me happy every day. And I feel like that has been dancing, you know, like dancing and figuring out what that means to me. And what I really love about my some of my goals that I'm reintroducing to my life is that these are goals that I always had in me, but because I listened to outside authority or outside or society or parents and things like that, I realized like, you know, I kept it in because I thought it wasn't good enough or it wasn't worthy of working on it. And I just think that that's bull and that's bullshit. I think that I can bring it out. I'm trying to bring it out more. I think that's one of my goals, is to bring out what I used to like and see whether it's really for me and I really like it. And I felt like it's always been there for me. And I really love it. And my goal also is to kind of like, I want to move out of this house. Like, I feel like it's a very toxic environment. Like, it's great because it's a roof over my head, because I have a roof over my head. Not because it's a space where I can thrive. I think it's a space where I can be comfortable right now, but I feel like it's not a space where I can challenge myself and move and sit in silence, do what I want, because I feel like this house brings me anxiety. This house reminds me of always grind culture, hustle culture, imposter syndrome, not being good enough, like things like that. Like a house that I have to look over my shoulder. I have to kind of put up with like bullshit, things like that. And even though, yes, I'm improving and things are starting to change and things are starting to shatter and break, I'm still not myself, my true self. And I know who I am outside of this house, which is so crazy. I know that outside of this house, outside of this place, I am so articulate. I am smart. I am passionate. I am worthy. I am amazing. I am beautiful. I am capable. I'm smart. I am powerful. I'm worthy. I trust myself outside of this place. You know, I love myself outside of this place. I value myself outside of this home. And I honor myself outside of this home. And that's who I am outside of this home. You know, outside of this home,